What up, Rob? Good morning, everybody. Hello, Andrew. So we've got another day, another market. Market opening flat. Tesla a little bit up. Amazon a little bit up. Nothing really flying out the gate, though. We got went up a little bit. What's not working today? Not much. We're pretty neutral today. Tesla doing pretty good. Yep. We're not really launching past 2K, which I think is expected. I don't know if anyone. I don't really expect Tesla to have a huge run. I don't know what's going to happen, but I mean, there's zero signs of selling pressure with Tesla. That's for sure. It's just yeah, they're still just accumulating it. As I said a long time ago, Wall Street was so wrong for so long on Tesla. This is the result. The result is just a gargantuan bull run. Just probably one of the bigger bull runs in a big cap stock in a super long time, like a legitimate leading stock. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen very often, let alone a stock that, we're intimately involved with. So it's a good thing, obviously. It's like AMD trying to bounce back 1.38. Peloton, DocU taking a breather today. Went up. Still can't really get too many. What you got, Andrew? There's AMD. You gonna try to go off again, AMD? You have a dope measured move on our hands if that's the case. Percentage just has increased in the past years the same percent. The same increase in Robinhood accounts that have at least one share. The percentage that Tesla has increased the past year is the same increase in Robinhood accounts that has at least one share in Tesla in the past year. Huh. Coincidence? Yes. More than likely a coincidence. That is pretty interesting to know, though. And I really don't care who owns Tesla, to be honest with you, as long as it just. Uh, Tesla is in a growth spiral. It's just in a growth spiral. Yeah, pretty funny coincidence. Yeah, it's just it's just in a growth spiral. It's just growing, growing, growing at this stage of the game. It's at the beginning of growing 50% a year. And the thing is, like, not too many companies are as outspoken as Tesla. You would argue none. And that CEO talks a lot. For kind of a shy guy that doesn't like public speaking, the dude sure talks a lot. So, I mean, everyone knows about Tesla's growth rate. It's 40 to 50% for the next decade. So, I mean, everyone right now is finally just starting to believe him. Yeah, and now they're starting to actually build a bunch of factories. Went up 4.5%. Waiting for this thing to show some actual turnaround signs. That's a good start to the day with the volume on the 5-minute chart. Peloton up 1%, or close to. AMD about 2%. AMD's hopefully looking like another leg. Peloton with two beautiful pocket pivots pretty recently here. Does have earnings coming up in a little bit though. Don't thank me. I didn't do anything. But I'd much rather have a share of Tesla than a share of IBM. Amazon taking a break today. Soxel GBTC net lower. Kodak silver lower by 3%. You also keep in mind from 1880, Andrew, is only like $200, so it's not like you're. Yeah, yeah. Just think bigger picture. Just think bigger picture. These little things are nothing. Little pops are nothing. And I tested 3.5. AMD, Ouya, Peloton. Yep, kind of a boring day for the markets today. Markets literally flat, at least the NQs are. So not a whole lot going on today. Um, yeah, not much going on today. Yeah, keep in mind, Andrew, IBM's been, I'm not sure if IBM's going to have the breakthrough in quantum computing. I mean, quantum computing is great, but what I've learned, especially over the years, is that the actual stock performance, we talked about this, the law of large numbers. IBM's a large-ish company now. It's not a super large company by these days standards. It was back in the day, but I don't think there's a big enough market for quantum computing. It's loosely fixed, Rob. It's definitely a problem with Ameritrade. They've pretty much acknowledged as such on their wonderful platform called Reddit. I finally found a post that someone said something about it. Um, yeah, weird, right? Excuse me. All right, well, let's go. Yeah, we were up at Global Watch just a little bit ago. Not much going on up here either. Foot Locker up a little bit. Win, Lavago, whatever it's called. Actually bouncing back after a huge sell on the news that they were merging, but trying to bounce back some. Apple 1.8% again. What the flood, man? It's like the 1.8% machine. I don't know what's going to happen after the stock split, though. I don't know. That just seems nuts to me. Everyone's just going after Apple. I don't understand how these stocks are worth $480 and they pay 82-cent dividend. It's like, why even bother? Why even bother? Well, I haven't made anything yet, Andrew. So I will say, don't get too excited. Emotions when you're investing is not a good thing. Um, I think one of the differences between trading and investing versus other types of income making is that you have a super long time to make decisions with other types of, with your job, with buying or selling a house. Like you don't have to make super split decisions. In the market, sometimes you do. And yeah, one thing I've learned, Andy, you haven't made anything until you've sold it, until it's cash in your account. You haven't made anything. So, the market's good one day, it could take it all away in a week, in a couple days. It could just take it all away. So, don't get overheated. Just really try to look at things from a logical perspective because when you're when you're a technical analyst, which is what I am, um, and that's my edge on the market is technical analysis. And so I look for my signals. I just look for my technicals. If I don't see buying technicals or accumulation technicals, I don't buy. If I don't see, selling technicals, I don't sell. Um, for whatever that's worth, I guess. So yeah, I mean, no money's actually been made yet, which is fine. I mean, the market does isn't really showing any sell signals yet. So I mean, things are good right now. The question you got to ask yourself as Andrews, next time we see a sell signal, are you going to sell or are you going to hold it? And if you hold it, that's okay. Just understand your longer perspective and don't think of it, oh, as I lost 3K. That's the difference. That's the difference. I've seen my account go to pretty good heights and come back down substantially, absolutely substantially. Some of it was paper gains, which is what your 3K is, paper gains. And some of it was actual capital just for making stupid decisions. After I lost paper gains, then made stupid decisions, and then lost said paper gains. So, or lost real money after losing paper gains. So anyway, it's great to be up, Andrew. I'm not saying it's not, but don't get too overheated. Don't let the market fool you into confidence. Um, takes a very long time to learn this thing. So glad you found me and you resonate with me. So that's good. Got me one more viewer on my stream every day. But no, seriously, um, seriously, it's good to have someone talk sense into you, Andrew. Like honestly, it really is, and it's what I try to do is just talk sense into people, which is why Ellie hates me now. Holy crap! What? Just opened my account up today. Holy shite! Dang, you need Amazon to pop. And you didn't have to hedge that. Oh man, good stuff today. Tesla 3% is a slow day. What else there to talk about, guys? I mean, the market's still kind of hanging out. We got Peloton 1%. Okay, so here's something to talk about. I did remember the super stocks list that we looked at the other day. I did post that. You can find it in the random chat room. No, wait, stocks chat room? You can find it in the stocks chat room on on my Slack channel. Andrew, did you ever get in my Slack channel? You don't have to go. You don't have to find that list if you don't want to, but if you do, it's up there. Um, oh, okay. Yeah. So if you go to stocks, I tagged Ellie on it, which is real cash on my in the Slack chat room. Talking to 50 Satoshi in that same chat room right now, actually. What's up, James? Light hit the 50-day. We got a 50-day bounce on Light. James coming in with some action. I like it. Thank you, James. Bam, actionable off the 50. Could be. I don't mind 50-day bounce whatsoever. Yeah, that's not too bad. A little bit of selling pressure. I'm on the fence. Could be a play though. Yeah, it could be a play. Your stop would probably be under there. Um, Nothing major. What are super stocks? Oh, it's not a dumb question, Andrew. Not a dumb question at all. Super stocks are a concept made, I guess, famous. I don't think it's famous though. I don't think it ever really took off. By a guy named Jesse Stein, and it's where he looks for specific setups and stocks around, I forget what it is, like $2 to $7 or $8, and they go up to $26 on top, and sometimes in weeks, sometimes in a couple of years. But it gets like three, four, 500% out of these little stocks as they become more mainstream. And they have specific technical setups, which is just brilliant. The technical part of it is absolute brilliance. But the guy actually does a lot. He does a lot of work. I don't know if he's still using that methodology or not, but he does a lot of work on the fundamental side of the business to make sure it's actually a legitimate business. Because from a stock to go from 2, 5, 6, 7 bucks to $25 is a feat. All right, so light, yeah. Volume this morning is pretty good, and we are blasting off. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna dog this one too much. Got about 2% risk, which isn't too bad. Let me look at some options on it. I kind of like that one. We were looking at light for a bounce out of the symmetrical triangle. Took a freaking long time, but it finally started to bounce. Didn't really get going in a tremendous fashion. You see, we ran from 78 to 96, so almost $20, which I guess is over 20%. Yeah, about 20%. So maybe a bounce back. It is like a lottery ticket, Andrew, and technical analysis is how you do it, my friend. It's a specific look on a stock chart, usually involving extreme volume stepping in pretty quickly. Um, yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. That's how I find super stocks. Look, it's impossible to know, kind of which one is going to pop, but you can have a group of five or six, I think, and do pretty good. Yeah, you look for lots of volume. You look for a lot of volume. If you get a bounce back, that should bounce back pretty quick. Mm, Still on the fence about it. Not so sure. At least for me. For general stock play with a 2% stop loss, I think that's a decent risk reward opportunity right there. For me though, I don't see like enough stuff, but I like it. 50-day bounces have been doing okay. AMD pulling off a little bit here after it's popping up. Peloton stabilizing a little bit. Peloton looks really good. Has two big pocket pivots right there and right there. Still kind of within that second pocket pivot, which isn't too bad. What was my Peloton trade? Rocket up again? Did we look at Rocket? Yeah, yeah, okay, it's the IPO. Oh, this is coming up to an IPO buy point, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, IPO buy point. Haven't played one of these in a while. We're usually looking at much more established stocks, but I don't mind an IPO buy point. Yeah, that's 50. Say hi to 50. And don't let him ruin you. He is anyway, he's a good guy, but he's a conspiracy theorist. 17 to 26. It's a pretty good move. I mean, that's a cup right there, guys. Cup with a potential handle. So this um what is this thing? Rock Tennessee. Let's look at it. I don't know what this is. RKT. Um, okay, mortgage finance. Oh, is this Rocket Mortgage? Uh, Preliminary second quarterly results. Quicken Loan parent Rocket Company short 10%. Free announcing 437% earnings growth. What? Rocket Companies jumps after pre-announcing 473%. 3.5 billion in income compared to a 54 million net loss. Wow. So Rocket Mortgage is the company. Um, okay. I guess with interest rates super low, mortgages, maybe that's a great business to be in. Well, okay. So first of all, I have a friend um, who is deep in the mortgage business. I mean deep. Dude's pretty deep in the mortgage business. And he wants to start a rocket. He wanted to start a rocket mortgage competitor with me actually, but he can't leave his. He's a little too scared to leave his job. Um, so it's a super profitable business. And 3.5 billion is a freaking ton. How many days needed for a cup? So in the stock market, it is minimum of 7 weeks for a cup and handle pattern. And this is an IPO base. So an IPO base is where you have a high after the IPO at some point. Doesn't have to be that day or 2 weeks after. It could be in this case the second day. And then you have a consolidation, then it breaks that high. That's your IPO base breakout. And so that's why this is looking really good. The question is, where could it go? So 17 to 26, about $10. So you could argue about $37 maybe, with some kind of certainty. No, traditional cup is 7 weeks. Yeah, too bad. All right, AMD lower, Amazon down by 0.5%. Rocket is looking pretty intriguing though. All right, so from here for 56 days, that goes through earnings. That's a little bit, I kind of like that. Going up to 30, just going up to 37. That's a pretty good risk reward. And this is looking super bullish. It hasn't broken out yet. What you got, Andrew? Preach, brother, preach. Rocket looks pretty good. Launching this morning, got up good yesterday. I like the 37. That's a good one. Would people waste their last minute selling? I don't know. I don't know. That's interesting thought. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. What we got here? Hmm. Well, the algorithms would definitely sell. I don't know about human beings. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would just walk away, just drop their computers and say fuck it and just just leave. But yeah, a lot of guys, this is their life, man. Human beings are creatures of habit, so this rocket's looking super. That cup is really nice. I'm gonna have to take a trade here. All right, when Tesla holding steady at 3. Is that Shell Rob? SHLL? Let's rather do 23. So I tell Andrew not to get too happy, and he says Tesla to 5K. Sounds about right. How old are you again? Dude, tortoise on the hair is so right, man. I gotta tell you, it really is. I know you are, Andrew. Um, Yeah, tortoise and the hare, it's really quite crazy how accurate it is. Human beings never change. That's one that's really one thing is that human beings just don't change. So, yeah, just all the old sayings are true, they're going to be true, you know? They're just going to be true. Tortoise and the hare. Be patient, let it come to you. I mean, let's check out Amazon. Let's get off Rocket for a minute. I'm not taking that trade. No, not right now. All right, Amazon, maybe a little bit of a, we're lucky we get a small pullback buy on lower volume. Amazon still looks super. Apple, that's still up like 1+%. 2% now for Apple. Sheesh. This thing is just on fire. This thing just does not, they do not sell Apple. Just continual buying of Apple every day by these institutions with all this money. It's crazy. Amazon, Microsoft, those are our three biggies. Microsoft support at the 50-day. Little small base down here. This will likely um, take off again in the near future. Move up here, consolidation, type of a measured move up probably. Oh, I never did look at Shell. Let's look at Shell. Oh, see, this could qualify. Well, it doesn't meet the price criteria for a super stock, but this is the kind of volume you'd look for here for a super stock. Just next to nothing, and then boom, interest all of a sudden. It's like, oh, someone just saw me, you know? So this is kind of what you would look for in a super stock. Speaking of super stocks, I think I have that list around here somewhere. Maybe actually finally. Hold on a second, my kid's crying. All right, I'm back. My kid busted his lip open. If you guys are still here, he's freaking out a little bit. We got him calmed down now. He's good. All right, what's up, Ellie? Jumping in late. Ellie, you're late. You are late. Yeah, James. Yeah, he was getting up and busted his lip. He's all right. Wow, now I got a bunch of things, a bunch of highlighted items up here. Ooh, Tesla selling off. Are we finally? Are we done yet? Can we just be done for crying out loud? We need more consolidation before more upside move. Oh, Andrew doesn't want us to be done. Never mind. That's a pretty decent little sell off there, though. Still above 2K, though, which is interesting. Amazon, 0.5%. Yeah, market's just kind of floundering. Docu taking a breather. More than a breather, 1.7%. Do we have our head and shoulders? We kind of have our head and shoulders. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, I should close my Docu trade. Yeah, I'll make that decision today. I only have it to the 28th. I didn't think it was that close. Hopefully we can bounce back up. RH, MongoDB, Nasdaq looks like it's taken a positive turn on the day so far. Nvidia up here, just going. Apparently people buy video cards when there's a pandemic and they're stuck at home. Who would have thought? Lavago taking over. Casino's up today. Pays Huya Peloton. Tops, pocket pivot on tops. Take a look at that. Where's volume? What happened to my volume? Oh, tops doesn't get volume. There's no volume for tops. That's weird. Top ships? Huh. I don't know. Oh no, Rob, not for me. I do like the volume stepping in though. I got volume here on the 5-minute chart. It goes from nothing to 2 million shares in the middle of yesterday. I guess that was yesterday. Shareholder friendly measures purchase of 100,000 shares by CEO. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Definitely not the worst one we've seen. I mean, it's been downtrodden for years, but if they got a new management or something, no, that could be an opportunity. Peloton 1.5 now, trying to skate back up. That looks pretty good. Andrew talking about Tesla World. I mean, really, a Tesla World is where they're the leading car manufacturer and ride sharing is prevalent. Yeah, I don't know. In terms of pre-stock price, um, or pre-split stock price, where now we're at 2,000 today. I really do think it's going to be $10,000. ARK Investment says 15,000 with a lot of robotaxi stuff. So somewhere 10 to 15,000 bucks. But I mean, it just depends on the on a lot of factors. Actually, I mean, you look at Apple. You say, where's Apple going to be when Apple's taken over the world? Well, it's been freaking straight up from 200 to 500 in the past couple of years. Stock prices usually don't stay flat ever. Like here's Apple. Does it ever stay flat? Not for more than a few months, and then it moves. So it's a bit of a misnomer to say what's it going to be at here or there. It's just going to be. Um, but yeah, I honestly do think Tesla will be a $10,000 company, which would equate to about $2,000 again. You're gonna go up another 2,000. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I think. But obviously that's a ways out probably. I mean, the way the stock's moving right now, you think it's going to be sooner rather than later. I don't know. I just go with the technicals. So, any relation between price milestones and what happens to people's holdings in the company, like Tesla, 2K at one stage, price went a little. Um, yeah, it's a lot of volume, Rob. I'm not sure I understand the question, Andrew, but there's really no relation between what the stock does and the stock price in terms of like the day-to-day fluctuations of the stock price. The only thing the stock price does to a company is gives it more financial stability. If it still holds some of its own shares, it can raise capital just by selling shares to the open market. All right, NIO. Yeah, that does look pretty good actually. It does look like that looks like a cup and handle. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we're getting there. 36%, a little bit deep, but this has been pretty volatile. It just had a huge move up, so um, yeah, that actually does look pretty good. You know what that looks like? Exactly what that looks like? Not exactly, but it's like Amazon. It looks like Amazon. It's exactly what Amazon looks like. Crazy. Yeah, Tesla just had a run, so why wouldn't NIO too? Consolidating for one here. NIO wants to rent you a battery. Battery as a service. I don't think that's a horrible idea. China's central bank implements new stimulus measures to economy. Okay. What we got here? Friday, 14 calls, sweep near the ask 500. What's the expiration? Just that Friday? That's this Friday. That's this Friday. That's today. 14 other calls, sweep near the ask at 33.79. Okay, so still not quite in the money yet. A bigger market difference between those psychological numbers? No, not really. I don't think so. I don't think so, Andrew. Um, yeah, no. I'm gonna go with no. I mean, sometimes you'll see resistance at big round numbers, but I'm not sure about a huge psychological difference. Now, when the price cuts, divides by half, that'll make it a $500 a share company, which will make it a little bit more affordable, which is what the psychological effect of having a lower stock price is fairly bullish until you have, many, many billions of shares, which I hope they don't do another stock split actually. That if when they get back up there, I hope they don't do another one. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If they're going to be that valuable, it may not even make a difference. My bad. DocuSign down 2%. Restoration Hardware finally with a semblance of a red day here. So 10 down at the 10-day moving average is actually relatively rare for Restoration Hardware. MongoDB with a nice consolidation. Due for a correction, Ellie? We're a little bit heavy distribution days, but the market isn't showing any bearish signs really. So I would argue we're just in a consolidation before the next move up. I don't really see too much else, too much bothersome in the charts really right now. Just consolidations across the board. Yeah, but yeah, we can go from 3, 4 distribution days back to 2 or 3 distribution days relatively quickly. So yeah, I don't see anything too crazy. Huh.
I had to wash his sheets. He got a little bit of blood on them, so there's a load in the washer.
Okay. All right, thanks, babe. All right, MongoDB. That's a nice looking little base there for Mongo. Came close to hitting my targets. Oh no, these are trend. These are targets. Never mind. Wrong lines. There we go. So that's not bad for Mongo. Oh, more conspiracy theories. Show that to 50. He'll eat it up. So 23% down for Mongo. That's actually a nice little base. So that is not a flat base. I'm not sure what it would be considered. It would have to be some type of a cup and handle, or double bottom. Not really a double bottom though. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Net looks like it's just walking up here. Hi, James. What's up?
That I have the cover of it, and my pillow didn't have the cover.
I know, Mommy washed them because I guess we got a little bit of blood on them, and so we're gonna put them on later. Do you want to help? Yeah. How's your lip? Can I see it? Oh yeah. Looking a little big. That's what happens because blood goes in there and tries to heal your lip, and so it gets. You got right. Go look in the mirror. It looks silly. All right. So, isn't that interesting? Almost looks like a bear flag after that drop right there. Speaking of that, the other account I watched started with 50% TQQ. Now, after a few months of gains, it's at 65% of the portfolio. Um, I wouldn't, Rob. No, let it go, man. I don't understand why people pair their gains. Why would you cut your gains back? I don't understand that. I don't think we are uptrend under pressure, are we? Are we actually uptrend under pressure? No, I don't mind taking profits, Ellie, but that's different than pairing gains, in my opinion. If you say I want to take these profits off the table, I think that's different than in my opinion, I don't, yeah, I don't do that. I don't do that. I try to let my winners run. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. So I'm not saying that's 100% the right thing to do. So thanks, Ellie, for checking me. But um, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with taking profits. Your account moves in the right direction. So. Yeah, so okay, so market under pressure would be day on day probably 6 or 7 would be market under pressure. We're not under pressure yet. 4 distribution days is just a little heavy. Oh, I've got homework. I see how it is. I see how it is. I do like that NIO though, Rob. I think it was Rob that pointed it out. That looks pretty good. That looks scrumdiddlyumptious. Let's look at NIO. Where can NIO go? I mean, the thing already went to frickin' from $2 to 14. It's looking really good here. Let's just take a measured move. Rob's confusing his electric car companies. Rob, no, down, Rob, down, down, down. Um, let's just take from that upper echelon there. It's about 24. Interestingly enough, that wouldn't be too bad. It'd basically be doubling from almost double. 28 would be a double. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of good percentages on the table here. I guess if it breaks out, when's it gonna get there? Is the question. You'd think it would happen relatively soon. So 50-day line is down here. We're well above the 50-day. There's the 20-day simple moving average. Is that an EMA? I don't know. They're all simples. Okay. So your 21 EMA is going to be about there too. Yeah, I guess when can it get there? Probably sometime in. Look at that. See, that's got some good potential on it right there, boys. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. I kind of like that one. I kind of like it a lot. Looks a lot like Amazon. Here we go. Pop up Amazon. Maybe. Eventually I'll pop up Amazon. So you're telling me I should have gone into Rocket, Rob? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, it's breaking the damn line. Son of a bitch. Oh, that looks good. Rocket right at the line. Darn it. What was my target on Rocket again? I think it was another 10 bucks. It was 37, right? Yeah, see that profit's already been cut in half. Andrew, with another thought. What if someone put $1 million in a stock worth $1? The price would obviously skyrocket, increasing confidence. People would then buy in confidence. Then that person that invested the 1 million just sells. That's called a pump and dump, Andrew. That's essentially called a pump and dump. So that has already happened. Yeah. All right, so we're stalling up here. Stalling on Rocket. NASDAQ. NASDAQ going positive on us there. That's good. Do that? Yeah, of course they do that, Andrew. Sure. Tesla 264. Still holding up here. Really no bad signs yet. little bit of distribution this morning. Finally, I mean, we haven't really had any distribution on Tesla. Maybe a little bit here. Had kind of a similar thing over here. And still we got August 31st, so another almost a little over a full week of trading. It's like a week and a day. Peloton, is that pulling back or? Oh, that's not bad. Peloton looks super good. Tesla win NIO. NIO looks really good. How's our volume doing today? Today we got 24. Yesterday we had 50 million. We're already half of yesterday's volume. Only an hour into the trading day. This looks excellent right here. I don't know. I may have to look at one of these a lot. If it's gonna break out, like I said, just did a $10 measured move because it was $10. Or whatever that measured move was. That takes it up to 20, 23, 24. Had some really good percentages on the table on that one. Breaking over yesterday's high. Oh no, day before yesterday's high. Do you have some resistance there just under the 15 level? What? 19,000% in what? WDLF? The hell is that even? Killing me. That's funny. You're funny, Rob. Oh, funny, funny. It's just a penny stock, Andrew. That's all. Just a penny stock. Don't bother with penny stocks. Let Rob do that. He's joking. All right, mark it up 0.42. NIL looks like it's rocketing up here. Tesla back up to 3, Peloton 2.5. Amazon back to positive. AMD getting back up. Where's our DocuSign? DocuSign still taking a breather. How's our shares in NIO doing? 27. So we've already got 2 more million shares traded right there. Oh, that Andrew? That's because it so what happens, a company does reverse stock splits when they're just when they get so I've got it down here back at 2,500 at a peak. So what happens, a company gets becomes cheaper and cheaper, they just get sold off because they suck. So they sell, they sell, they sell, they sell, they sell, and then the stock like reaches underneath the threshold, and the exchange wants to delist them. So they do what's called a reverse stock split. So how Tesla's going to go from $2,000 to $500, they would go from $1 to $5, but with less shares. It's essentially what it is. It's a reverse stock split. Sha. It happens. All right, NAL pulling back. NASDAQ doing good, 0.45. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'm here by myself with the kids, so I'm going to get them ready for school. Looks like the market is hanging out, but at least starting to move in the right direction. Amazon getting. If you guys haven't gotten Amazon yet and you want Amazon, I mean, it's it can go at any time. It's pretty much on the runway. We're taxiing at this stage of the game, and hopefully at some point we'll blast off. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we don't drop lower. Pocket pivots and stuff. School as an excuse. Well, it's true. They have to go to school. I got to make sure they eat. I got to make sure they're dressed and don't look like weirdos. Um, just that alone takes a half hour. Their school starts at 8 o'clock. So, that's actually funny. I took a video of the kids, and I haven't put it even on Facebook or anything yet. I did I think I told you guys about it. I think I put them in front of the thing, like the kids go, like I put them in front of the wall, took pictures of them like they're going to school with their backpacks. I said, "All right, kids, let's go to school," and they walked back inside the house. I did do that. That was pretty funny. That's pretty good. But yeah, so it looks like Amazon's on the runway right now, ready to blast off higher. Hopefully that works out. And NIL's looking really good here too. Very similar type of a setup. Those look excellent. Hopefully they work out in the market. 0.51% on its way up, guys. So, all right, everyone. I'll see you guys tomorrow for a Friday edition, where I forget it's Friday. All right, guys. I'll see you later.